why don't we revolt against, One Nation and Australia First and all that sort of, all these fucking stupid racist groups? Why doesn't everyone just say, you know what, get fucked. Like, we've had enough. Like, fuck off. You don't represent Australian morals or standards or ethics. We don't do it. If we tried, we'd get thrown into prison. Imagine what happens if you try to revolt against a guy that's already megalomaniacal. You know what I mean?
Mm. It's just weird, I hear mixed things. Like, they have, like... all these people turn out to... all these...
Нет. Привет, как дела? Как дела? Нет. Привет.
Dude, they have all these people...
Как дела? All he's saying is no. And hello, and hello, how are you? He's repeating it. No, hello, how are you? Would you like some пельмени? Кто? Что? Где? What, where?
What's happening right now?
Exactly. Like, where do I live?
Dude, all these people...
Что такое?
all these people turn out to see Kim, and they're all waving, "We love you, Supreme Leader."
But, dude, that's the whole communist dude.
Yeah, but they do that to they do that to Pauline Hanson. We love you, Supreme Leader.
I'm getting mixed signals, man, from North Korea. Like,
I'm getting mixed. Dude,
some people
it's all a lie, dude.
No, but what I'm...
no, I know what you're saying. Some people are so devoted. Don't forget, their people are so devoted to that family. Dude, it's just the devotion.
Look at the devotion of the Queen Elizabeth.
Oh, the Queen.
For king and country. What are you talking about?
There's no more king.
For this old bat that sits in a fucking gold throne that's done nothing but play with herself for 60, 70 years?
Ooh.
For king and country. What does for king and country mean?
Nothing anymore.
No.
Back then it might have.
Yeah. But what does it mean? For king and country. Literally that phrase. For king. Who gives a fuck about that? Dude, you're not seeing it through the eyes of what it would be like to live under a dictatorship, because you live in a freely...
I'm not, because I'm getting mixed signals.
Okay, so
I hear people saying it's terrible, but then I see people, we love the leader, he's fucking given us everything.
Yeah, because you see, like, a small portion of whatever's been put in place for you to believe that. Does that make sense?
Do you know what they did at the World Cup when North Korea actually made it?
Oh, yeah.
They hired Chinese citizens to become North Koreans.
Mm.
That's the kind of lie they want you to believe. People were like, they're not North Koreans, they're Chinese.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the kind of links they'll go to.
It's all propaganda, man.
Yeah.
But then there were other things with Kim saying, like, he was open to being invited to the G20 summit to have, like, proper discussions with other world leaders, but they pretty much just, excluded
because
him.
he's a fucking lunatic.
But if he's open to, like, go in with talks, wouldn't that be, like, a step towards progression to let him come in and say,
No.
look, let's discuss this, rather than just have this
Do you know what his
hostile...
agenda is? He believes that North Korea is the king of the world.
That's fact.
Like, if we don't know his age, then, like, how do we know what his...
Because
exactly.
they're keeping it a mystery.
But
they're shrouding it, not because we don't want to know his age.
But think about it.
What
you've just said, we don't know his age. Why would he keep it hidden? Why would all these things be hidden?
Why would they release 10 facts of superhero-dom, like the ones we just read out before?
That's a fact.
That's like
come out.
Korean Creed. That's North Korean Creed, dude. Like why did I know about the 18 holes in one? Because it's not just folklore, it's what they fucking believe.
I want to know where that came from. Like, where are these facts coming from, and who actually said it, and what makes them...
The government released it, dude.
The government released that?
Yes, it's not just, the mother's old wives' tale. That's like government legislation. That's under the flag and the national anthem. I'm not even joking. And there are heaps of countries like this. Like, dude, is it Uzbekistan or Moldova?
Yeah, something like that.
Suss it up. There's a country in the former Eastern Bloc, yeah, with the same, like, there's a president with the same nuttiness as that sort of shit. Dude, do you know what gets me, man? There are so many countries in the world where people have got no idea they even exist. And we're not talking about some shit cunt island in the middle of the South Pacific, you know what I mean? No,
Sloth Island?
No, I'm being serious, dude. Alright?
I just find it all so fucking bizarre.
No, hang on.
Do some research in it. It's really interesting.
I'm trying, but I'm getting mixed signals.
What? I don't understand what you're seeing as mixed signals. Like, what is it that you don't actually
Why? Because
get?
you're seeing the colourful and the people laughing and smiling and
Well,
stuff.
there's shots of Kim saying, like,
propaganda, dude.
We can't, like...
Stalin.
Stalin.
Dude.
Stalin.
All these guys, all these dictators and...
Stalin? Sorry,
They
man.
made me play the USSR anthem again. Привет!
Sorry, man.
Нет.
But that was just funny, man.
Что такое?
Stalin.
Что такое?
Like it's just... I'm sorry, man.
It is all the...
Okay, like, dude, do you know much about... Oh, it's Turkmenistan.
Turkmenistan.
Turkmenistan, man.
Turkmen.
Turkmenistan is fucked up.
Yeah, I know about
man. They're all
Turkmenistan.
fucking...
Hey, or is it? Turkish. I should have done more. If you were going to be talking about this, I would have done more to come prepared on this thing.
Van Damme.
Like, because I tried to do a little bit of research for this, like, and I
show you some
just
stuff
couldn't find
later.
shit.
I'm going to show you some stuff later.
Okay, look at this way.
Yeah.
Turkmenistan, right? Turkmenistan was ruled by President for life, Saparmurat Niyazov, until his death in 2006. And then some other fuck was elected president in 2007.
Some motherfucker.
Yeah, right? His name's... I can't even pronounce it. Like, I'm not disrespecting
No,
just
we'll call
on
him
that.
some other fuck.
Yes, it was just...
Do you want me to pronounce it?
Dude,
I'm
according
good.
to human... Fuck off. He's not a UFC fighter. You have that down pat. Like, I know you would. You know what I mean?
Nangangalot was
Yeah, what was the Polish girl's name that you pronounced right off the bat?
Oh, yeah, why not Jenjek? I still don't know if that's right or not.
No, that's right. It is. Because you said it and that refreshed my memory. Dude, according to Human Rights Watch, Turkmenistan remains one of the world's most repressive countries. The country is virtually closed to independent scrutiny. Media and religious freedoms are subject to draconian restrictions, and human rights defenders and other activists face the constant threat of government reprisal. That country is fucked. Like, politics, yeah? Oh my God, man. It's just wrong. Like, human rights there, man. Get this, yeah? Turkmenistan has been widely criticised for human rights abuses and imposed severe restrictions on foreign travel for its citizens. Discrimination against the country's ethnic minorities remain in practice. So, like, it's, like, you know, fuck this. Like, whatever the ethnic minority is, like, yeah, fuck them. They're not, like, mainstream. Universities have been encouraged to reject applicants with non-Turkmen surnames, especially ethnic Russians.
So, right, as being a right, I wouldn't get in.
Get in. Dude, you'd be shot at the border. It is forbidden to teach the customs and language of the Balok, an ethnic minority. The same happens to Uzbeks through the Uzbek language, though the Uzbek language was formerly taught in some national schools.
These countries, mate, they don't miss it out, Johnny.
Look at this. According to Reporters Without Borders 2014 World Press Freedom Index, Turkmenistan has the third worst press freedom conditions in the world. Out of 178 out of 180 countries. Like, so press freedom, right? Just before, who do you reckon's at the top?
I don't know.
North Korea.
North Korea was second.
Yeah.
And is it Eritrea? I got no idea how to
Is that
pronounce
somewhere
it.
in Africa?
Yeah, Horn of Africa.
Yeah.
It's bordered by
Yeah.
Sudan, Ethiopia,
Yeah.
and Djibouti. So,
Yeah,
like,
I've seen a documentary on this
Hostile country.
so just picture, like some poor landlocked country in between Sudan and, like, thing.
It was just worse than Sudan.
Dude, each broadcast, right, each news broadcast under the first president for life, which is like North Korea, the supreme leader. You know, North Koreans have got a supreme leader. Like, dude, they still celebrate the grandfather of Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
As being a leader of the country.
That's him forever. He's the founder of the country.
Forget Queen Elizabeth
He's
and
the
the
founder.
monarchs. He's the fucking father of the fatherland, and that's just how it's going to be forever. Right? Each broadcast under the first president began with a pledge that the broadcaster's tongue will shrivel if he slanders the country, the flag, or the president.
Shriveled
And
tongue.
they believe that stuff.
Dude, religious minorities are discriminated against for conscientious objection and practicing their religion by imprisonment, preventing foreign travel, confiscating copies of Christian literature, or defamation.
Yeah, that's not even as bad as North Korea.
Defamation, man. Many detainees who have been arrested for exercising their freedom of religion or belief were tortured and subsequently sentenced to imprisonment, many of them without a court decision.
Like, no,
Homosexual acts are illegal in Turkmenistan.
Sorry, Johnny.
Damn, I'm not going there.
I'm saying,
No golden showers in Turkmenistan.
Dude, it's not even a joke.
I just find it so bizarre,
But the amount of natural gas and oil coming out of those countries is ridiculous. Because they've got the Caspian Sea right there, all the tankers ready to go. It's all just, it's about power. Turkmenistan is a net exporter of electrical power to Central Asian republics and southern neighbours. They've got power stations there, like running under hydroelectricity.
That's how
and
they
shit.
make their money.
And that's how they make the money.
Well, the leader makes his money.
The one
Dude,
leader.
Turkmenistan, get this one. Most of the irrigated land is planted with cotton, making the country the world's 9th largest cotton producer.
Do you reckon we see any cotton from Turkmenistan?
Oh, for sure, man. When I was in Cyprus and I was buying, when I was in Cyprus, man, and I went over the borders to Turkey, to the Turkish side, I bought all these like D&G, A&F, big brands, right? They all came from Turkish warehouses. All the cotton, like you'd open it up, and it was all from Afghanistan, India, Pakistan, up this way, up Central Asia. Like no shit, dude. This is like,
Open your mouth. Is that your second can of Coke?
No, this is from last week.
oh, you're fucked.
It's not.
No.
It's not.
He's drinking. No, he's drinking the fresh one today.
Dude,
This is an empty can from last week. I'm not drinking
Okay.
like a quick cold Coke.
dude,
Just for the record.
it's so fucked up. Dude, the president wrote his own religious text. Like they're Muslims, but their own form was Islam.
Which is...
Yeah, he wrote, and mind you, there are a few like smaller denominations because it's Eastern Orthodox. You know what I mean? It's Eastern Europe, so there's a lot of Eastern Orthodox and all that sort of shit. They live in fear,
It's
man.
almost like cults. This is what cults do. You realise? This is what cults do. There's one supreme leader. They all follow his word. If you don't like it, you either get harmed or disappear. You know what I'm saying, Johnny?
So I should abandon all hope that Kim's actually good and he's just being...
dude.
Forget that. I can't believe even. I
just
thought
spreading-
you of all people, man, you would have.
They're just not spreading lies about him.
I want to show you videos now. I need to go take a leak.
No. You're all right, man. You look deflated.
Oh, it just spins me out, man.
I'm serious. Look, are you okay?
Yeah.
You seem like really down.
Such a contrast.
What, the country?
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying, man. There are so many countries like that across the world that people are so fucking naive. They've got no idea. Dude, like, think of it, all the countries that like there are an embargo on, like Cuba. What's the other one? Venezuela. Dude, North Korea. Turkmenistan. Sorry. Fucking. What are the other Eastern Soviet blocks? Okay, look at it this way. Yeah, I've been to Vietnam, right? And when I went, I only stayed in the south. I didn't go up north. So I was in Ho Chi Minh, Saigon. Everywhere you go, it's a communist country. Everywhere you go, there's big posters of "We love Uncle Ho," like on the walls. You know what I mean? Propaganda or whatever you want to call it, right? But no one seemed miserable. It wasn't fake. Like it's organic as fuck. I was there. Nowhere like the way North Korea. Like I could go wherever I wanted. I could do whatever
what
I
you
wanted.
want,
Yeah.
yeah.
And they're like street people, and like I'm sitting there just talking to locals and shit, like all that sort of stuff. That's a communist country too, man. But it's not like North Korea.
North
You got
Korea
Laos as well.
Yeah, like Laos, Cambodia. Like it's all different, dude. But it's just propaganda. Like, okay, look at it this way. Do you remember that Simpson episode, the Halloween episode where Homer wakes up? Oh no, he doesn't wake up. He's got the toaster and he's traveling through time. And he's not meant to touch anything, otherwise thinks she could be warped.
Yeah.
Remember he wakes up in the one where Flanders is supreme leader of the Lord of the Universe?
Yeah.
Doodly
That's what
doodly.
it's like. That's exactly what it's like, man. They've got to go in, they've got to salute Flanders every morning, do what he says, wear what he says, eat what he says, say what he says.
Time for our lobotomy.
Join us, homie. It's bliss.
They just go in through your nose and let you
Hey,
pull it
little
apart.
fella.
And they kind of, hey, little fella. Hello there. Who's that big man?
Just, oh man, it's just so odd.
Just blown your mind, yeah?
So odd.
Welcome to life, man.
And that's not a documentary. That was just a guy traveling himself, and he sugarcoated it.
Think about it. What's a major religion in North Korea? I've got no idea. So
North Koreanism.
No, it's like Korean shamanism is the main one, but there's also
Are you
little
full of shit, or you just...
No, I'm being serious.
No. I'm being honest.
No, Korean shamanism. Most of the country's atheist
Really?
or agnostic.
Hang on, I'll tell you now. Quick facts on North Korea.
I actually looked this up.
Okay, I believe you.
then there's little
I'm just
pockets
saying,
of,
like, to reiterate for all the listeners at home. Like,
Don't trust Uncle Bobby.
Uncle Bobby.
Uncle Bobby.
No, the overwhelming majority is atheist.
Okay, hang on. Quick facts. Where the hell is it? Shit, it's not even here. Like, you gotta go all the way down. Japanese occupation, blah, blah, blah. Hang on.
Blah, blah, blah.
It's not even here as a quick fact. Like,
You just
gotta
go North Korea religion, in Wiki it comes up with it all.
Okay. Geography, government, political ideology, Marxism, Leninism, cult of personality surrounding...
Thumbs up straight away.
All right, what is it?
Consists of Buddhism, Confucianism, so to a lesser extent, Korean, what you said.
Shamanism.
Okay, so it's Eastern, what's it called? Philosophy. Yeah, Confucianism and all that sort of shit.
There's only small little pockets of that.
Yeah.
The rest is atheist.
Yeah. Do you think if they were a Christian country, do you think they could get away with having to bow to the supreme leaders every morning? Don't worship anything. Exactly. They just instated themselves as the head of the universe and have got a legion of followers beneath them. Standard, brainwashing. Like the Spanish Inquisition. Yeah. Convert to Catholicism or you're dead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just same thing, man. It's just instilling themselves as a head of something and moving along. Same with Hitler, same with any dictatorship. And depending on who you ask, they're either good for you or they're bad for you. Like Saddam Hussein. Fucking people in Iraq either loved him or hated him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're just dependent on who you were, what your deal was. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like with the current government, yeah? Rich, fat cat investors in Australia would probably love Malcolm Turnbull. Doesn't help us, because we're just going to end up paying for more and losing more.
So not one side will ever win, as in, the rich will win. But,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, no one's going to be...
All for the one thing.
Yeah, no one, ever.
Control, man. You want to control the masses in order to have power. That's it. You know, Kim Jong-un could believe all the bullshit that he says, or he could just be full well aware that it's all a scam and...
Well, I'm guessing he knows.
He's just sitting there getting blown every night. He doesn't care. You know, he has his little durry and watches,
Simpsons.
Yeah.
NBA basketball, actually.
Yeah, apparently there's a big lot
Dude,
of
he's
that.
friends with Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
Full circle, man.
yeah.
Dennis Rodman considers Kim Jong-un a friend.
He loves tennis.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Full circle. Full fucking circle. There you go. See what I mean? Just depends who you are, man. It just depends who you are. I wouldn't consider Pauline Hanson a friend even if she lived next door to me. I'd tell her to fuck off.
What if she cooked you a nice bit of fish and brought it over?
Yeah, I'd start a kebab shop next to her fucking shop. But I'd say, no, but if Pauline Hanson was within arm's reach, you'd see me, I'd open the paper up, see her saying all this shit about non-halal water. Hey, Pauline, listen, you're fucking out of your mind. You want to calm down? Ain't telling. I'll fucking let her have it. Because I'm in Australia and I have the freedom to do that. But if you're in North Korea, you haven't got the freedom to even read the paper. And the only paper you get is literally like a newsletter once a week that says
The
Kim
Jong
Jong-un.
Times.
Yeah. Kim's fucking press, and it just says Kim Jong-un is the best and fuck the rest.
Yeah.
Literally. And that's what Trump's trying to do. He's trying to con everyone into thinking that they're the best, and that's just because we're the best.
America.
Seriously.
Yeah, man.
Dude, the world is a lot bigger than people think it is. Yeah, I've spent the last week reading about, what have I been reading about? Larry Bird, North Korea, basketball.
Lazar.
What else have I touched on? I've read I spent a bit of time reading. Last night I read about a lot.
But yeah, dude, communism, man.
Communism is a massive thing, dude. Have you ever read into communism?
Oh, a little bit. Not overly.
Do a bit of research on it.
Communism essentially is, what's the theory of communism? Everyone's equal. Do you know what I mean? We all work, we all put in, and we all get the same dividends at the end. But
Except for our supreme leader.
yeah,
get a choice in
ultimately
our leader.
communism doesn't work because, there's someone always going to be at the top that's going to benefit. So that's why you used to see the fat cats at the top smoking cigars while peasants were just going dry out in the fields. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Communism is an extreme in one side, and then you've got the other side.
The illusion of choice in democracy.
Illusion of choice. You just said it yourself.
Yeah.
Every conspiratorial fucking video you've ever watched is all about the illusion of choice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you think we have a choice here?
No.
I didn't vote for Malcolm Turnbull. Did you?
No.
Okay, so why is he representing us?
Exactly.
Why is Malcolm Turnbull representing us on a global scale? Why is Pauline Hanson one of the heads that represents us on a national scale? I didn't vote for either of them. But why are they there? Because illusion of choice. It's bullshit. All the wars, I don't agree with us invading such and such or whatever. But how is it a democracy?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, now, bring up Trump again, but he wants to go to war with North Korea. Do you reckon the American citizens are like, a majority of them are saying, okay, we're fucked. We're fucked.
It's a nuclear arms
There's
race,
a bunch
man.
of them saying, hell yeah.
Yeah, they're the cowboys that think they're, but once
They're
they
the
get blown up.
fuckwits. Yeah, they're the fuckwits that have got no idea how big the world is. They've never left Spittle County, Missouri.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Shout out to Boydton, Virginia.
No, that's legit.
Yeah.
Because people are that fucking bubbled up. They've got no idea what the fuck's going on around them. Like, man, like Turkmenistan or Uzbekistan, go through Central Asia and name all the countries. Here, hang on. I'm being serious. Like, this is something. Like, I read a lot about Central Asia, man, at one point because I was fascinated with just like with the whole USSR, the old bloc.
Yeah.
What it all was about.
And what the countries are like now.
Yeah, and what they're like now, right? Central Asia stretches from the Caspian Sea into the west of China, from Afghanistan into the south of Russia and into the north, right? And colloquially referred to as the stands. 5 countries generally considered to be within the region of the names ending with the Persian suffix stan, right? Which means land of. Persian, yeah? So you got
Kazakhstan?
Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
Right? Dude, this density is a 50k square radius, right? As in population, nearly 68 million people over a 50k square radius.
Damn.
That's a lot of people.
A lot of fucking people, man. Tiny little block. The area is literally 4 million k squared. Okay, so it's not that big, dude.
Well, you think about how big Australia is and how many little people there are here.
Yeah. Right. And the whole area, all right, it's been linked to like the Silk Road, so back in the heyday, you had people moving goods from Europe, Western Asia, like through South Asia. Like this was like this was the hub of trading merchants and shit like that, yeah?
That's why that website's called the Silk Road, where you get drugs and stuff.
Exactly. That's where they got it from.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a fucked up site.
The Silk Road.
How can the Silk Road exist, like that site? How can it still continue to exist?
I knew people that would order off there on a weekly basis.
Yeah,
and
using
get their,
Bitcoin.
and get their goods.
Yeah, Bitcoin.
Using
man.
Bitcoin, yeah.
How can something like that actually exist if someone knows that it exists?
How can it be that hard to shut down?
Shut down the website.
Yeah.
No, like seriously.
Yeah, seriously. I used to think that all the time. When they'd get these shipments in, I'd be like, how is this
Okay,
going
do me a
on?
favour, man, because I've still got this page on Central Asia up. Just look up Silk Road, the website.
Actual website?
Yeah. Did you ever read about the Silk Road? Nick?
Silk Road Drugs.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably what it is. It's probably the best reference point.
.org.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
It's on the darknet. That was
Alleged Silk Road admin seeks a Supreme Court appeal. What? Well, they're saying here it's been nearly 4 years since the FBI shut down the original Silk Road, and cases related to the infamous darknet market are still in development.
yeah.
An Irish man who has been accused of playing a pivotal role in the administration of Silk Road planned another appeal to the Supreme Court after his extradition to the US was ordered. 28-year-old, this guy, man.
Yeah, man, he was young.
Yeah.
The guy that ran the Silk Road, basically Silk Road, okay, fuck it. I'll get this up as
It was
well.
not hard to get stuff off there at all.
Nah,
I knew like 3 people that would get weekly stuff off there.
exactly. Right?
Like
So-
hard drugs.
Silk Road was an online black market, first modern darknet market, right? Darknet is just basically internet on the internet. That's just subterranean. Best known as a platform for selling illegal drugs. Part of the dark web, it was operated as a Tor hidden service, such as the online users were able to browse it anonymously, and you used Bitcoin to buy shit. And Bitcoin was just an online form of currency.
Online currency,
you know? Yeah. And it was shut down in 2013, right? Like, that Silk Road was fucked. And you could get literally anything.
Anything.
Drugs, firearms, anything illicit, man. Like, it was so fucked up. That existed for how many years? It first started in 2011. So it was online for at least 2 years, man. Well, how can that have operated for that long if officials knew that it existed? Right? And Silk Road.
And no one ever had their packages seized throughout customs or whatever.
No.
It always got delivered.
Yeah. You got illicit drugs, firearms, shit coming in from overseas, going through customs Dude, you get fucking molested with an iron rod if you come in with like bamboo wood from Thailand.
Yeah, man.
Seriously, man. I came in with that marionette from Cambodia.
Like, what do you got there?
Yeah, he said, what have you got there underneath the bags? Customs. Yeah, what's his bag of white powder?
Take him to the beating room.
What's this bag of white powder, man?
Laundry powder.
Yeah, it's soap. Soap from Korea. You know what I mean?
Bleed him through.
Yeah, that's it.
The amount of drugs that I saw get through was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like always.
Nothing ever happened.
And it wasn't hidden. It was just in a little box full of illicit drugs. Jesus. And it would get delivered to the house.
And the guy would be like, mad.
Yeah, awesome. Here we go. Time to sell.
That's it. No, literally.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man.
Okay. What I was saying about the Central Asia, yeah? You got to remember this, right? So these regions were under the Soviet Union rule, okay? So when communism collapsed, they were just left, to fend for themselves, basically. Like, the civil wars. Yeah. Like, they're no longer being looked after by the Soviet Union. It's just like, oh, well, fuck yous, yeah? Deal. Now, you can understand, much of the land of Central Asia is too dry or too rugged for farming, right? Because there's deserts and there's snow fucking caps. Because they've got, like, the deserts in Mongolia.
Yeah, harsh.
Yeah, it's just harsh fucking terrain, man. Like, it's fucked. And they're landlocked as well, don't forget. So they're sitting between Turkey, they're sitting between Russia, China, like, just surrounded.
Imagine being born there. Oh.
Imagine being born. I watched a few docos on Mongolia. Mongolia's fucked. They've got a Nazi movement coming up. Do you know about that?
No.
Dead set, man. Like, they're predominantly Muslim countries, yeah? Muslim in Eastern Europe, and Eastern Europeans like Russians and shit, they're mostly Orthodox or Jewish.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? But there's this big hub of Muslims with like Iranian descendants, Turkish descendants. That's why it's such a strange region. Mm-hmm. A lot of cultures like have combined and basically done like massive contrasting things.
Yep.
All right. You look up Mongolia and the Nazi movement, they're all about preservation of nationalism. The same way like the alt-right bullshit. Australia first. What's the other one? Rise Up, Australia.
Yeah.
They're all about preserving national identity.
Johnny, don't act like you don't know about it.
He's got the posters in his room.
I was at the rally the last time.
You were a speaker.
He's got the Union Jack bandana.
Yeah.
Right? See, this is the difference, right? Like the Nazi movement in Mongolia, the new movement that's coming in, acting sort of like a secret police, like vigilante group. Their whole thing is about preserving nationalism for Mongolians, yeah? Because they feel that they're getting hard done by Chinese investors coming in and just cleaning house, like buying shop fronts, cheap labour, not hiring native Mongolians, and they feel the government isn't doing enough to protect native Mongolians. Yeah. The dumb cunts here, they think they're preserving Australians, from foreign influence, where Australia, by definition, is a foreign influence because we're built by migrants. There are no the only natives to this country are fucking Aboriginal and don't look like the Rise Up Australia members. Do you know what I mean?
Chalk and cheese.
Chalk and cheese, mate.
Chalk and cheese,
Chalk
mate.
and cheese, buddy.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's funny because the fucking logo for the Rise Up Australia group should be literally like a chalk and cheese sandwich with Vegemite, on a Union Jack.
Yeah.
Because that's how fucking ridiculous it would be.
Yeah.
And it is.
Yeah.
So the Nazi, look it up, man. Look up Nazi movement in Mongolia. They're fucked. They're basically acting like a vigilante group. They're beating the fuck out of like Chinese things. And they're reporting, one thing they're doing is they're reporting a lot of Chinese illegal workers and immigrants to the, to ACO, like to the immigration departments. And they're also fucking over Mongolian employers that are employing Chinese immigrants illegally and like under shit conditions as well. You know what I mean? Like just sending them out. Like they're cleaning up everyone. But at the same time, they've got swastikas, man. They're fucking following Adolf Hitler's like Reich.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In Mongolia.
Well, it's saying here, they've got 3,000 members.
Where Adolf Hitler wiped out Mongolians based on their ethnicity.
Yeah.
It says here, Adolf Hitler was someone we respect. He taught us how to preserve national identity.
Yeah, just using his ideals.
He says we don't agree with his extremism, and starting with Second World War, we are against those killings, but we support his ideology. So you're supporting... That makes no sense.
But dude, there's a Greek... What was the name of the Greek party that came in?
Golden Dawn.
Golden Dawn, yeah?
Golden Dawn.
Yeah, I remember them, yeah.
Yeah, did you read much about Golden Dawn? As a Greek Australian, man, an Australian of Greek
There you
heritage,
go. It's in Greece.
Golden Dawn is fucked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Golden Dawn is a disgrace. Because they literally... Their emblem looks like a swastika.
Yeah, it does.
And their ideologies are literally turn of the century Adolf Hitler like bullshit. Dude, the Greeks were part of with the biggest stance against the Axis in World War II. We were the first Allied victory on soil. We were the first country when France got... Dude, the Germans moved into France, gone in a week. You know what I mean? England, gone. Everyone disappeared. The Greeks literally undermanned, underprepared were the first mob to say, go fuck yourselves, you're not coming through here. And we literally started the chain of events that would help in defeating the Axis.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now there's a political group in Greece,
Yeah.
like trying to follow, like, are you out of your fucking minds? How disrespectful is that, man?
Yeah.
But that's just appealing to weak-minded people, or at least appealing to just masses that are disillusioned by whatever's going on,
Yeah.
and seek some form of answers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, these, they're going to help.
Yeah.
Like, Pauline Hanson's where she asks the tough questions. What tough questions, fuck? You live in Australia. There are no tough questions. Toughest question is, where am I going to eat lunch? What beer am I going to fucking have? What show are we watching tonight, love?
Yeah.
They're the tough questions in this fucking country. Not North Korea, where you literally you're doing nothing but working and sleeping.
That's your
And
life.
dancing.
And dancing, apparently. A lot of dancing, which is a bit of overkill on the video.
Dancing.
Just dance.
I was going to say, man, I was reading an article it was a week or two ago, man. It was about protecting the sweatshop workers in Bangladesh. Yeah. Big names like Target, Cotton On, and Kmart, right? In the last couple of years, they've taken steps in, like, ethically sourcing their goods, but it's not going to stop them from buying shit from sweatshops. Of
course not.
Do you want the minimum wage is in Bangladesh?
Something cents.
Can I say 30
cents?
Yeah, I was going to say 30 cents a day or something.
Cents, not dollars, that's for sure.
30 cents a day?
No.
A week?
It's $88 a month.
Jesus.
$88 a month. That's in Bangladesh. And mind you, these countries like Bangladesh, the fact is Bangladesh is the second largest garment exporter in the world after China.
Yeah.
And like dude, there's some girl I was reading an interview, and she's like, she works 400 hours a month and gets paid $6 a month, man.
400 hours a month?
And be paid $6 a month. I remember working 16 to 20 hour days and being so tired we would sleep on the factory floor. Okay?
Just finish your
And she
shift.
gets paid $6.
80% of our exports is clothing, and industry employs 4 million people, 80% of which are women. Major brands and labels include H&M, JJ's, and Gap. They all source clothes made in Bangladesh.
And they're selling their garments for like fucking $200, $300.
Yeah, what's an average jacket cost of fucking Gap or Zara or
Dude,
H&M?
like $200.
$200
At least.
But the workers behind it are getting paid $12 a week, $20 a week. How could you physically buy that shit and knowingly do it and feel okay with yourself?
Yeah.
I paid clothes direct from China.
Yeah, so do I.
I make my own clothes.
But it's at this, and then think about it. You get these designer labels, yeah. Like I said, I bought all those diesel jeans in fucking Turkey, like in some warehouse coming straight from Pakistan and, all that shit. Then you get dickheads that think they're buying premium products and act like they're fucking Kanye West on the cover of, like, Vogue. It's like, dude, you're wearing something that, like, a 10-year-old boy stitched together in Bangladesh.
And was getting whipped while doing so.
Yeah, man.
That's so horrible. So what are the steps that like these big chains are taking to try and
Up the pay rate.
Apparently, like in basketball, when he goes to India to see the
Yeah.
and he goes to the warehouses and like sees all
So like a big CEO does a tour and goes and then just goes back.
they send a representative, man, and so we don't go to those sweatshops, we go to the other ones.
Yeah.
But it's the same.
The ones that have toilets and
Yeah, it's fucked up. And that's why the whole thing was funny with Trump, like knocking back imports in favor of like manufacturing in America. It's like, yeah, you could do that, dickhead, but no American is going to pay $5,000 for an iPhone because now it's been assembled in Chicago as opposed to being assembled in South Korea.
yeah.
Like, dude, even the South Koreans are onto it. Samsung is a Korean company. The idea and the product itself is, designed in Korea, but it's either usually assembled in Vietnam or China or Thailand. Because even there it's cheaper than just doing it in Korea.
Yeah, because I know Apple's assembled in China.
Dude, look at your phone right now. Look at the laptop that we're using to do this shit.
This is
Everything's China, dude.
assembled in China. It says it on the back. Designed in California, assembled in China.
Yeah, so there's some guy there with a pen drawing
Yeah.
it up, sends it off to China, make $1 million of
Hey,
these.
Zhang, put this together for us.
That's it. That's it.
Dude, if we made
Cheap as possible.
someone said to me to make like a little plush toy of the That's Not Right logo, like this thing. It's not that hard to do. Like I actually know someone in Sydney that owns a like a latex manufacturer that could probably do it for us, right? That wouldn't even be my first bet. My first bet would be go to China.
Yeah.
Give it design.
Outright, because I know we'd pay a fraction.
Jump on Alibaba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like you start the whole consumerism, capitalism, argument. Oh, why make this much money when you can make this much money doing these deals?
Yeah.
But then like we're talking like this little tiny, like that'd be like our deal, right? Like us three, like not even making money, just like making something funny, right? Look at the presidents. Like Trump out openly saying to China via Twitter, if you did more with the North Korean problem, your trade deals would go so much smoother here in the States. Why? Because, if you give us a blowy here in North Korea, we'll finger your asshole over in Washington. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For an extra few fucking $1 million, just under the table.
That's why Trump will never work, because he thinks everything's a business.
Yeah.
Thinks everything is a business.
But then when you get the power of people that just, like you said, a revolt, like an uprising, takes a lot, man. Like it takes a lot. It takes something big to cause that. Like, think about it like this, yeah?
Anarchy.
Think about it like this. If you were in prison, let's just say, hypothetically, you were in prison. You were thrown in prison.
Bobby was in prison?
You were in prison based on your religious beliefs, which is...
Happens all over the world.
Happens in Turkmenistan, right? If you were like a practicing Christian in Turkmenistan, and you were Bobby Preacher was out on the streets,
Trying to spread the good word.
you get thrown into prison. How would you escape?
I'd dig a tunnel with a spoon.
Or you'd take a whole load of dick.
And I'd put a poster up on the wall and hide my tunnel at night.
With a spoon. Where would you get that spoon, Bobby? Where would you hide it?
In my arsehole.
You're fucked!
This is my idea as well.
Poster on the wall
Yeah.
from Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, what? They do that in Shawshank? Really?
Hang on. What was the name of the actress on the thing? On the wall?
Oh,
I keep forgetting her name. You remember this? The Great Escape.
Great Escape, yeah, man.
So tell me, how far do you honestly believe you'll get? If you were in prison in Turkmenistan,
With my tenacity, I'd make it out, my friend.
are you joking?
Yeah, I'm joking.
Because
I'd be in a corner crying.
Raquel
sucking my
Welch.
thumb.
No, not Raquel Welch.
That was on the... yes, that was the poster
Oh, is that one of them?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one there. No, it's that one there.
Yeah, Raquel Welch.
No, hang on. Oh, that's the last poster. There's the first one is the one I'm thinking of. I've got a T-shirt of her. I keep forgetting her name. She's one of my favourite. Yeah, dude. I'll tell you what. I guarantee you, man. You never see the light of day if you were still alive.
Rita Hayworth.
Rita Hayworth is the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
I've got a Fontaine Industries released a T-shirt of
Rita
her.
Hayworth.
I've got it. It's one of my favourite
Truth
T-shirts.
be told, I'd be in a corner sucking my thumb somewhere.
Exactly.
And you won't be sucking the thumb.
What would it take for you to
When I'm
actually...
not sucking my thumb, I'd be sucking something else.
Think about it. What would it take for you to actually be released, to get out? You'd have no say.
Charm and wit.
You'd
Charm and
fall
wit.
in love with your guard. You know what I mean? Big Oleg.
Hi, Hans.
Oleg. Oleg Kasparov, like some massive fucking dude.
I found my partner.
This Bobby is so sweet.
He's got a German accent. He's in Turkmenistan. No. Like what I'm saying
Yeah,
is, right, you'd have no fucking way to get out.
Yeah.
You'd be fucked for the rest of the time. How many people do you reckon have gone missing in those countries?
Oh, dude.
Over the last, 50 years?
We get missing all the time. Look at the missing rate.
Yeah, even in, Venezuela, man, and Chile, Venezuela, the Chavez, forget it, man. They're fucked. In these countries, man, if you have a difference of opinion against government, it's over. Like, there is no, just have your say, put out a newsletter and talk about it civilly at the local town meeting. Now, fuck that. If you put out a paper saying, you know what, I disagree with what our president is saying, in the middle of the night, man, you've been in shackles, getting clubbed to the back of the head, dragged out of your house, your missus, your kid never see you again.
Huh.
And if you're not tortured for like a week for being accused of conspiring against the government, being a political spy, they try and tie you in with the Middle Easterns or some shit, you'd be dead. Or you'd be in an internment camp somewhere, like fucking shoveling coal. Like, really? And this isn't just me talking shit. This is a reality in all these countries across the fucking world, man. And that's what gets me about this nation, how we just take it for granted at the freedoms. Like this podcast, man.
Yeah, we could not do this.
I would hate to think of this podcast.
Could we do this podcast in North Korea?
Dude, we couldn't do this podcast anywhere in Central Asia, man. And what are we doing? We're just talking. We're talking shit. Like
these doors will be knocked down. Guns to our head, get out.
After the first episode, and what did we talk about on the first episode? I'm just trying to remember. Eastern grey kangaroos, 40-year-old virgin.
This guy with the kangaroo knowledge.
Yeah, dude, think about it, right? Like, think about the last episode we did. In the last 4 episodes, we've criticised the government, we've criticised the people, we've criticised the major religions, the army, we've criticised the education system. We have criticised everything there is about this great fucking nation. The flag, the national anthem.
We've shouted on everything.
We've shouted on the president. We've shouted on the Prime Minister himself outright and his opposition. We've shouted on everyone on this podcast, man. We'd be dead. We'd be dead, dude. Our families would be dead. That's the other thing, man.
Yeah.
The secret police
would come in.
They wipe everything clean, so there's no trace of you left. I think this guy, man.
Yeah,
it's true.
Do you know what he's doing in his head right now? He's got soap bubbles. Like, the big fucking wands.
Yeah.
Like, he's in the field.
No, you know what I'm thinking? You're saying, like, Venezuela and stuff, like...
Yeah.
I know that the Pope comes from Venezuela, right?
No, it's Argentina.
Polish, isn't he? Or is that Argentina?
That's John Paul. You're thinking of Pope John Paul II. He was Polish.
Who's this guy?
Yeah, because Benny was German. Pope John Paul was Polish. Benny was German. This guy's from Argentina.
Argentina, yeah.
He's from Argentina.
Francis?
Yeah. Yeah, he's Argentinian. Why'd you say Venezuela?
I don't know. I said Venezuela for some reason.
He's the 266th Pope.
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, because when they got Benny in, everyone was like, what the fuck? Benny's like ready to cark it as it is anyway. Like, why are they getting this dude in who's ready to retire?
Because I've been looking into, like, the Jesuits lately.
Jesuits?
Do you know anything about them?
Yeah, you mentioned them like 20 episodes ago and I didn't know anything about them.
I can't let it go, man. They have a black pope who supposedly has more power than the white pope.
Yeah, dude, but I'd said that ages ago. I said that we've had black popes in history. There were popes from Africa.
No, it's like just they call him the black pope.
Yeah, no. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like as in like...
No. Like the Jesuits, it's like a full male order.
Okay, I don't know anything about them. Please elaborate. Seriously, I've never looked them up, so I've got no idea.
Yeah,
what do you know?
They've been kicked out of countries before.
No,
I just
religious.
What the hell? The Superior General of the Society of Jesus.
Dude, welcome to Religious Propaganda with Bobby Preacher.
No, because he's called this... He's called this... Nico, you just said it right. He's called the Superior General.
Yeah, I've looked it up. And Superior General of the Society of Jesus.
The Society of Jesus.
Talk to me, Bobby. What does it mean?
They've been kicked out of countries before, right? Mm-hmm. And like heads of state, government.
I'm trying not to die here.
Kick them out, saying that they're dangerous, right?
Yeah.
Because they're like a military order.
Yeah.
Right. And if you go onto their website, it doesn't say that they're a military order.
So what are they?
Well, this is the thing, right? There's videos on YouTube of, like, them doing the salute to each other.
Okay, so hang on, wait. Where have they originated from? Sorry, 'cause I missed what you started because I was dying.
Tied in with the Catholic Church.
Yeah. So they're a spawn of the Catholic Church.
That's the previous one. There's a new one that was put in place last year. They serve for life. Like, the Supreme General serves for life.
Okay. As until he dies?
Yeah.
Okay.
His name's Hans.
Which one?
Peter Hans. Covenback. Satan's top hitmen. The 2 Jesus guilt generals. What the f...
It goes really deep, man. Yeah.
Really deep, dude. That's weird.
Yeah, but he's called the Black Pope, and no one knows about it. But he has more power than the main Pope, right?
Okay, wait a second.
And their thing is just to go into countries and basically spread Catholicism.
So they're like, who are they funded by? Just the church?
Yeah.
So they're funded by the Catholic Church?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Okay, so they're like...
the Society of Jesus.
So they're a militant group, basically set up and funded by the Catholic Church, and they're like... Okay, so are they armed?
They're not armed. They say that they're not a military order, but he's called the supreme
Leader. Is it the supreme leader?
the general.
Yeah, the general. He's Kim Jong-un.
He's Kim Jong-un of like the Roman Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they say that, we're not a military order, but then there's like these things on YouTube of like them doing the salute to each other and stuff. Like when the new one was put in power, he saluted the old one.
There's heaps of videos on it.
Yeah.
So they're like a military arm of the Catholic Church.
Yes.
And their job is to be like missionaries.
Yeah. Missionaries.
Missionaries, but with an aggressive overtone.
Yes.
They're saying here that Black Pope rules the world.
So it's like the military arm who oversees everything.
Yeah. And they've been kicked out of countries before, and like it has like American presidents. You can read the manuscripts saying like we've kicked them out because they're dangerous. They use nasty tactics. They're a hidden military order. Blah blah blah.
But
I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, he's like.
I'm being dead set serious. I don't know anything about this, so that's why
That's what I mean, man.
Right
like,
now.
people say like the Black Pope is one of the most powerful people
I'm
on
doing
the
some
earth.
research on this.
The Black Pope.
Yeah.
The Black Pope. That's what he called the supreme general.
The order. Yeah.
The supreme general.
And they're just missionaries.
Yeah.
But
They'll take you out.
Yeah.
how many followers do they have? How big is the organisation itself? But it's like Scientology with their Navy Sea Org. Their Navy arm. And Navy arm is above like the Scientology, the actual Church of Scientology.
Yeah.
It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
So how is like we were joking about Sea Org, like, when I brought it up like a month ago, and we're pissing ourselves laughing. Now you're talking about the Roman Catholics.
Shit, dude, this goes back into since it's 1541.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
But they were a lot like stronger back then, more heavy-handed. Now they use more like we're under the guise of like coming in peace, but really they're like
Yeah, this is like full on. It's not even a joke. This is.
What were they? Were they behind anything specifically? Like, were they behind any other sort of massive thing?
I think like when the Protestants tried to rise up against the Catholic Church or whatever.
Yeah.
I think they had a big part in like just culling them
Using
basically.
that culling.
Yeah.
Actually, at the moment, the guy is from Venezuela.
Yeah. Yeah. The latest
After
one
a
is from-
saucer.
that's why, dude. The latest one's from Venezuela.
Yeah.
I love how.
And when you were saying, like, in Venezuela, you can't go in there and promote your own ideals and stuff, he's been operating in there for, like, however long.
Because Venezuelans are Roman Catholic,
Okay.
aren't they? No, isn't it? I mean, I'm just going by the assumption, because it's a just Latin American thing. Hang on, let's just suss it out.
But I found it interesting.
That's really interesting, man.
That's fucked. Is that not extremism?
Well, yeah.
Honestly, isn't that a form of extremism?
Yeah.
Okay, Venezuela, man. Let's talk about Venezuela.
Like, apparently that country's fucked, Venezuela.
Oh, dude, it's wrong, man. Mostly Catholic, 71% Catholic.
This Black Pope, like, he has political science. Like, he studied political science, like...
Oh, dude, these leaders aren't idiots.
No, like, he's, like
they're not
in the
fucking
know,
idiots.
like-
They know. They've had access to, like, higher learning. They've had access to all that sort of shit, man. They're usually, like, they've been trained in the military. They have an idea of, like, power.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what we were saying about Trump. I said he has no political background and he has no military background, like to say extended military background. So he doesn't know how to be a fucking leader on an international scale.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he might be able to get a few businesses up and running in the States using his name, which his old man built.
Yeah.
But
There's actually videos of Trump, right, at some gala dinner, which is all Catholic funded, and he actually says, may we not be, we have to stop the bias against Catholicism or against the Catholic Church. He actually says that.
why wouldn't he? He wants to get the biggest religion under his guise, under his wing.
But
Well-
he came out like saying that he was Presbyterian or something, like before he...
Some nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at this gallery, he has like this Pope sitting next to him the whole night, wearing this like, the full garb and stuff. Like,
He looks exactly like a clan
yeah.
member.
Yeah. But it's really deep, man. Like the Catholics and the Jesuits, like the ruthless things they've done, like to...
Yeah, but no one remembers it because we're all confused with Islam and the 1,000... How big is ISIS right now? How big is ISIL? Yeah, how big? 10,000, 20,000, a million?
More.
Like, let's just say, right? How many did you say the Jesuits had? Like, as in the Jesuits, the numbers.
It didn't have a...
Really?
For these guys, the Black Pope people.
Yeah.
Didn't have a number.
No number?
No.
Society... okay, here we go.
I put followers, I put everything, but it just didn't give me an exact...
Christian male religious order, dude.
Yeah, no females
Jesuits.
allowed. No females allowed.
112 nations, 6 continents.
Yeah, they're everywhere, man. Like, they've infiltrated everywhere.
Members, 16,000. Do me a 16,378, right? Officially. Do me a favour, find out the number of ISIL.
I'm on it now.
Okay? Jesus, and they've been fucking along this, they've been around that long?
Yeah.
They professed vows of poverty, chastity, and later obedience, but they're a military arm now. So they started on poverty, chastity, and obedience.
Okay,
Are you joking?
So ISIL had at least 4,000 fighters in Iraq. They had 20,000 fighters in Iraq and Syria. And the numbers estimates, the human rights estimates that the force numbers are around 80 to 100,000 now.
100,000 ISIL members across the world, right? 100,000. Meanwhile, there are nearly 17,000 members of the Jesuits alone, which are a military-grade army, not just rebels out in the mountains with an AK. Mm-hmm. These are recognised fundamentalists from one arm, let alone every other fucking religion with their arm.
Yeah.
Sea Org. How many members in Sea Org? Do you know what I mean? You know what's nuts? Do you know what the slogan is for the Jesuits? I'll read it to you. Hang on. The Spanish slogan, yeah? It's, where is it? I just had it here.
Paella.
Paella. Just pick the Spanish dish.
I knew you'd find this super interesting. Like,
It's fucked.
yeah.
Hang on.
The fact that they've been booted out of countries. Like, they've been booted out.
Accordingly, the opening lines of the founding document declared that the society was founded for whoever desires to serve as a soldier of God. Todo el que quiera militar para Dios, right? To strive especially for the defense and propagation of the faith and for the progress of souls in Christian life and doctrine. Mm-hmm. They're colloquially referred to as God's soldiers or God's Marines or the company. That's fucked. Mm-hmm. They're foot soldiers. Like,
can you look up how many, like, they were booted outright and then, like, how they got back in, like, the Pope, like, the main Pope authorised that they could go back in or something? Like, that's how they...
hang on.
That's pretty fucked up shit.
They form the largest single religious order of priests and brothers in the Catholic Church right now. They used to have a total membership of 28,000, and 20,000 were priests. Decline is most pronounced in Europe and Americas, with relatively modest membership gains occurring in Asia and Africa. According to some dude, our numbers have been in decline for the past 40 years, but they have not been offset by the significant increase in South Asia and rise in Africa. Regions just tells you where they are. They're everywhere. Characterized by its ministries in the fields of missionary work, human rights, social justice, and most notably higher education. And they operate colleges and universities in various countries, blah, blah, blah. Formula of the Institute.
Yeah, a lot of the top colleges and stuff are like Jesuit ran.
Whoever desires to serve as a soldier of God beneath the banner of the cross in our society, which we desire to be designated by the name of Jesus and to serve the Lord alone and the Church, his spouse under the Roman Pontiff, the Vicar of Christ on earth, should, after a solemn vow of perpetual chastity, poverty and obedience, keep what follows in mind. He is a member of a society founded chiefly for this purpose, to strive especially for the defence and propagation of the faith, and for the progress of souls in Christian life and doctrine, by means of public preaching, lectures, and any other ministration whatsoever of the Word of God, and by further means of retreats, the education of children and unlettered persons in Christianity, and the spiritual consolation of Christ's faithful through hearing confessions and ministering the other sacraments. What the fuck? Moreover, he should show himself ready to reconcile the estranged, compassionately assist and serve those who are in prisons or hospitals, and indeed to perform any other works of charity according to what will seem expedient from the glory of God and the common good. So it's for them to determine what the common good is, as long as you fall in line with
what they teach.
Christianity.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
They're soldiers, man.
Yeah.
They're fucking soldiers.
Yeah.
If they're a military arm, then forget it.
It's ridiculous.
That's fucked up. I had no idea. Like, 'cause, I mean, think about it, like, people... Alright, think about it like this, yeah? Like, Christian missionaries went to Africa. When did they land in Africa? Look, that's another fact that I've got to look up. Right? When did Christian missionaries land in Africa? And they started spreading the word of the Lord, right? And converting people to Christianity. And we determined it weeks ago, they did it by force, right? How many more people are still spreading the word like that, like as in missionary work? Like, you got J-Dubs who, still door knock.
Yeah.
You go past every church and there's still like Sermon Sunday, everyone welcome. There's 100. I noticed it the other day, like I was driving through every suburbs and you just see like Uniting Church. Oh, there's all these churches I forgot about, like Uniting Church, Presbyterian churches. It's fucking heaps, man.
I reckon the first century.
First century.
In Egypt.
Right? So there's those ways of preaching like the word of the Lord, right? As in just being open for business and letting anyone walk in. Then you got like pamphlet drops and all that sort of shit. But then there's foot soldiers, like a military arm going into countries. Are they still doing that? Like today, are they still doing that?
Jesuits are.
ISIS are still recruiting members online just by targeting disillusioned teens and saying, hey, come with us, you'll have 40 fucking virgins if you kill yourself in the name of whatever.
Mark the Evangelist became the first bishop of the Orthodox Church of Alexandria in Egypt at about the year 43. At first, the church in Alexandria was mainly Greek-speaking. That's all I got for you.
Why are we back on religion, man? Fuck. Like, it always comes, like...
Plagues my mind.
There's so much stuff we have to look up. Like, it's interesting.
But that's the thing. That's what I do. Now that you've mentioned this, I'm going to go home and obviously read about it too.
There's documentaries on the Black Pope.
Prepare to go down that rabbit hole because it's deep.
No, like literally.
Yeah.
Once I get done with the Larry Bird Magic Johnson clip, I'm going to start on North Korea. What was the other thing?
Yeah, I'm going to send you some North Korea
that
stuff.
traveller dude. Yeah, and then I'm going to start on the Black Pope.
And then look into Catholicism and how it's all like astronomy and pagan based and all about.
But you already knew that.
Yeah.
Dude, putting trees up in a house at Christmas time, that's pagan. That's a
I watched
pagan
this one where
ritual.
they went into like.
But dude, most people don't even know what paganism is. Like, I'm being legit. No, most people don't know what paganism is. Most people don't care what paganism is. They don't care that there's the Jesuits fucking military grade arm of the Catholic Church. No one cares. No one cares. Because, fucking the 7-year itch just started like 2 nights ago. I'm not even joking. It's serious, man. I'm not even joking, dude. I'm not even joking. It's the truth. It's all just crap. What are they watching in Turkmenistan on TV?
They're watching the leader.
Yeah. Some of these psychos, look up the president of fucking, is it Turkmenistan or like Kazakhstan? Like one of them.
He's got his own show.
Oh, dude, he's fucked.
Yeah, he's got his own show.
Central Asia. And like all these countries, man, they've got supreme leaders where the economy was bad, the people were rural, so there's a supreme leader now. And he, by definition, is bigger and better than anything you're ever going to fucking know.
I'd love to be a supreme leader.
I'm being
You'd
serious.
be horrible.
I'd be a good leader.
Good leader? Why?
Yeah. Huh?
How would you be a good leader? What would make you a good leader? Do you think
Let everyone do what they do. I just want Metallica and hot dogs.
Metallica and hot dogs.
Oh, dude.
Bring the leader Metallica and hot dogs.
I'm a simple leader. I grace you with presents. And,
that's just your presence. That's enough.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to hear this, right? In Tajikistan, right? Who's part of Central Asian, the Central Asian makeup, yeah? Their leader's Emomali Rahmon something, right? Is some dude. During the early years of his presidency, he faced a civil war in which 100,000 people died. Okay? So, where's the year? Look, it doesn't even come up. I'll have to look it up, right? 100,000 people fought. Once he got into power, like think about this. Turnbull gets into power. In the first 2 years of him being in power, Australia goes to shit.
Civil war.
South Australia starts sending fucking bombs over to Victoria. Victoria starts driving up the coast trying to shoot people in Sydney, all because of Malcolm Turnbull. Because we don't want him in there and blah, blah, blah. 100,000 people die off the fucking face of the country. This guy was elected to a 4th term in 2013. 100,000 people killed themselves during his 1st term.
Yet he's still...
Yet he's there for the 4th term. How long did Abbott last before there was a spill?
6 months.
Not long.
How long did Julia Gillard last?
3 months.
Really.
Okay.
Brief stint.
And who decided the spill amongst these politicians? The politicians did.
Yeah.
Some dickhead said, I'm sick of him. All right,
I'm sick of Tony and his shit.
Yeah, I'm sick of Tony.
I want to spill.
I've had enough.
Literally.
Either we have a spill or I'm going to spill his blood. Fuck Tony.
Seriously, they decided like the spill, not us. And what happened? And they put in some other fucking idiot that we'd never agreed to. Do you know what I mean?
And it'll keep going like that until the day everyone dies.
In these countries, dude, in these
Dark.
in these underdeveloped countries, it's literally a matter of, well, take it to the streets and fuck them. And they start a war.
Yeah. And well, there's nothing else to do. Fuck it, let's start a war.
Rather than sit in shit and deal with it, they start a fucking war and would rather die. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the difference. Like, and would you consider that to be barbaric? Would that be, a shitter way to do it? Or would it be more true to them being themselves?
Just humans, mate. It's just what we do.
These people don't have anything else to distract themselves with. They don't have fucking, married at first sight.
My kitchen rules.
Yeah, or hot dogs, or,
Metallica.
clean water. They don't have clean water coming out of their tap. So it's like, fuck this. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to sit here and cop this. Like, what for? I'd rather die. So they start a war. They start a civil war, man.
I'll take a few people out with me and that's it.
Yeah, I'll take whoever I take out, and that's that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what's Kim Jong doing? Just making it just good enough to keep the people wanting to serve.
The people of North Korea clearly have just been left under a stupor, and they feel like they don't have any other options because they don't need any other options. And this is all.
Yeah.
You got to understand, man. They don't have access to the internet. They don't have access to anything that we see. We reference so much shit. We've grown up watching The Simpsons, man.
Oh, dude, yeah.
You know what I mean? They don't have that. They don't have the news to see what the hell's going on in other countries.
They get their news from the Supreme Leader.
They believe the internet doesn't exist.
And from Kim's point of view, he says, I'm sheltering, I'm protecting them.
Us from
them
everything.
from the outside world, from everything.
And what he says is true.
Yeah.
So how would they know it's not true?
Yeah.
They believe it because it's like, well, it must be true. He's our Supreme Leader.
Yeah.
Dude, do you know how many people there are in North Korea?
How many?
24 million.
So sort of like similar as Australia.
Australia.
It's like Turnbull keeping Australia under control like that.
Yeah.
Man.
24 million. There are as many people in North Korea as there are in Australia.
And they're all singly devoted to that one dude.
That one fucking dude.
Could you imagine
his
the power?
dad? Dude, his dad and his grandfather.
Imagine the power that he's got in his head.
And his old man and his grandfather are both dead.
No wonder he was listed as like one of the top 100 most powerful men, like Kim Jong. And
You've got dude.
you've got 24 million minds just.
The only reason we
fixated.
don't. The only reason people don't rise up and start wars against Turnbull is because we'd get thrown in jail, and we can't be fucked. We've got shit to worry
We've got
about.
enough stuff to just preoccupy us.
Yeah, it's like, well, fuck him.
I've got a carport to build. And
Exactly, man.
I got the mother-in-law coming over for dinner.
What do I care? I've got a Japanese sports car sitting in my driveway. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck Turnbull.
Blow me.
Yeah. As long as I can go to work tomorrow and this is me, like,
Yeah.
self-admitting,
Yeah.
I'm a lazy fuck when it comes to this sort of shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a lazy fuck. I'm aware, but I feel the limits to my influence.
Yeah.
That's why we have the podcast, because this is where we talk our shit.
Yeah, totally.
And hopefully, the ball starts fucking rolling, snowballing along, and
But we still have to start a political party.
And we become the new members, and
No, we will start our own political uprising.
Yeah.
but it doesn't take much. Like, all you need is a few thousand people just to agree with you. Yeah, we've got maybe 100 so far across the world.
I'll start leaflet dropping. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, well, but that's what I'm saying. Right? It only takes an idea to start a revolution.
Yeah.
Man, you know what? You know that high bounce ball that we need for handball?
Yeah. Like Johnny lost.
Yeah.
We had it.
The stick ball.
Oh, stickball.
No, I know the stickball reference. I'm an idiot.
Certainly.
I walked.
Hey, Johnny, you want to play stickball?
Swingly.
I set that up. I'm a fucking moron.
So you're talking about that black ball that I lost down the alleyway and it was
Yeah.
too far and I was like, fuck it.
Yeah. When I was going to SAE just around the corner from here,
Nick really should have gone to get it, but he was too lazy.
he was too lazy. You're throwing him under the bus. Sloth child is throwing Trollman under the bus.
Why not?
You bastard.
No, I was going to say, when I was going to SAE, I was catching a train a lot in the tram. So
Yeah.
I was like, I had a lot of just walking and shit like that. I had one of those balls. I've still got it, probably floating around my mum's house. And I used to write on them, and I swear to God, I'll see if I can bring it in. I used to write on them, the word is revolution. This was back in 2005.
Revolution!
2005. 2005. 12 years later, I'm in a studio around the corner from where I used to go to school.
Revolution.
Starting
Talking
a
about the same
revolution.
fucking shit. It's the truth.
That's cool, man.
Man, with
We're
me,
gonna do it.
with me, it's not a revolution like against government. It's just a literal revolution. It's a
Revolution of the mind.
a metaphorical revolution of the mind, of like your habits, all that sort of shit.
Yeah.
You know, like man, when I moved into like my place,
Your way of thinking, sort of, yeah.
yeah, it's like you got to change the way you think. Otherwise, if I thought like my old man, I'd be dead now, or I'd be thrown in jail.
Yeah.
because my fuse would just be lit 24/7.
Oh, you would have pulled out a shotgun from
Yeah,
somewhere
seriously.
and just fucking...
If we don't step away from the old way of thinking, then you're stuck with shit like Jesuits and like, you know, ISIL. That's the problem. Like you're stuck in this old fucking mentality. You're stuck with Rise Up Australia muppets, you know, because they're stuck in the fucking 50s
Yeah.
with White Australia policies.
Yeah.
They don't actually understand there are 20 million people in this country. Most of them weren't born here. Most of them don't have white Anglo fucking Protestant, you know, heritage. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Don't look at me like that, Trollman. I could feel his stare. I could feel it. And then I turned, and sure enough, he's just glaring at me. Filthy
Oh,
animal.
we love you, Bobby Love.
Yeah, bad.
I hear.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Otherwise, yeah, the three of us would never be sitting at the same table talking
As soon
shit.
as the word Anglo came out of his lips, I could just feel Trollman just turn his gaze towards me.
Because if it was still White Australia policy these days and we were here, you wouldn't know who would be talking to us.
No.
You'd be looking at us going, like, fucking, look at
Fucking,
these
yeah,
cunts.
look at these cunts. Fuck off. No, that's
I hate that shit, man. I hate those people.
No, we're not saying you
Well,
like
I'm
it.
not saying
We're
you
just
do.
saying,
Yeah, I know that, but I hate
I've
those
always
people.
said
Like,
it.
it's so much
And
better to get along than
Dude, it's
fucking...
the smallest things, man. Like, when I moved... Okay, look at it this way. When I moved into my place, right, it was the first time I lived entirely on my own self, like, you know, whatever, right? And people automatically assumed that I was just going to be drinking every single night. Like, I'd be getting fucked. Because up until that point, I used to make the most of my weekends and go out, right? Like, me and this guy used to go out, like, we get fucked up.
Yeah.
This guy's
times.
laughing. Yeah, good times. Fuck both good times, man.
Man, I
I've been
just remembered
reminiscing
now.
I've been reminiscing a lot, looking at like a lot of old photos. Like, fuck, that was a good night.
Good times. man. Anyway.
This was all just to exclude me once again.
Fuck off, man.
Talk about your good times with that, Bobby.
All right.
We had an ethnic Australia policy back then.
Arseholes.
Sorry, Bobby.
Fuck off, we're full. No. I was just saying, like, when I first moved out, everyone assumed that I'd be, like, on the piss 24/7. I'm like, man, I literally stopped drinking the second I moved into my joint.
That's true.
So I didn't have any money.
No,
And,
but
like,
you didn't go and just smash a bottle for nothing.
Dude, to this day, I've never been drunk in my own house. I held a New Year's Eve party in my house. I've had birthdays in my joint. I've had people over for pre-drinks before shit. I've not been drunk in my own house.
You haven't thrown up over your balcony yet?
No. I'm disgusted with myself.
For not throwing up.
Dude, I swear to God, it's not me being funny. Like, I still haven't done it. I've had people get smashed in my house that have had to carry out into like a cab or something.
Carry into the
I've never
hallway.
done it. Opportunity just never has come up.
Yeah.
And when I moved in, man, I literally did like a clean sweep of like my lifestyle. Like, I was going to the gym 24/7. I looked at what I was eating. Like, my diet, like initially, like the teething process of, you know, like cooking every meal for yourself and by yourself for yourself. You know, I was looking at what I was eating and I'm like, shit, after like 2-3 months, I'm like, I need to implement some fruit into this diet because this is fucked. So I started buying bananas and leaving them on a fruit bowl on my kitchen table and made a habit of having at least one on the way to work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't hurt. Like, I'd literally just smash a banana in a 10-15 minute drive to work.
Yeah.
But it was all that sort of shit. And that's what, like, gets me when people say something is too hard, like, you know, eating healthy or, like, doing this or doing that. Like, you know,
Yeah.
it came to a point after I had my injuries and I bought my first PS3 was the first console I'd bought since 97, 98, right? And I did that because I was injured. I couldn't go to work. I had nothing to do all day. So I'm like, oh, fuck, I can't do anything. I've got to, fuck it, I'll play PlayStation. After I got better, I realised, bad. After I got better, I realised I was spending way too much time playing PlayStation for no reason whatsoever. So I'd made it in my head. It was literally like, oh, I'm going to have a game. No, fuck this. I'm going to the gym. And I'd go for 45 minutes to an hour, then come back and have a game if I had a game. Go to the fridge. Got used to grabbing like the punnet of ice cream out from underneath the freezer. Said, I'm not doing that anymore. And I'd go to the top shelf and get a fucking yogurt container.
Yeah. See, a lot of people don't have that inner voice that says, stop doing that.
That's what I'm saying. I ignored the inner voice for a lot of things, man. But at some point, the system breaks and you have to start fucking, like, chipping in. Yeah. Because life will catch up to you, man. Yeah. Like, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
And that's what pisses me off. People that think they're fucking, like, they're just, they're stronger or smarter. It's like, if you were stronger or smarter, shouldn't you be leading the world into, like, good times? Like, no, you're the strongest person in the world, you're the smartest person in the world, but that's why you're a fucking assistant manager at Harvey Norman's out in, Brandon Park. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Like, oh, I'm better than that. Like, how are you now? You still live at home with your mother?
Hey, I live at home with my mother.
No, not you. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what pisses me off, man.
Yeah.
When it like, they'll do all the drugs, they'll fucking smoke all the shit, they'll eat crap 24/7.
But they're invincible.
Yeah, and then when they have a cardiac arrest at 33, they don't know where it came from. Like, what do you mean, dickhead? You've been eating cheeseburgers for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Straight.
Crack on top of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't understand. Well, I don't understand. You fucking muppet. You just look at them doing order to their lives, and it's like, you haven't gotten off the fucking couch. You work in an office where you sit at a desk all day just sending emails around. Then you get blitzed every fucking weekend drinking,
Something's got to give.
Something has to give, man.
Well, preach. You're back in the gully, you got to preach the word, man.
What do you mean? Like,
Preach the good word, man.
preach the good word in the gully?
Yeah.
You see him on the corner with a little box.
The time is nigh!
He's got that microphone and the speaker set up. Thing gets jacked.
Yeah, heaps of feedback.
Seriously, man.
Check 1, 2.
How are you guys with moving house?
What do you mean?
Like when you've had to move house, like I have just done recently and a few times before, do you do it on time and everything's organised and stuff, or?
What do you mean?
Because I'm the worst. I always leave it till I always underestimate how hard moving is.
So what you got to do is, because you had a double story too, so it was a bit harder.
Dude, every time, I never learn. I always underestimate how much. I always underestimate how much stuff I actually have.
Dude,
this latest move, this last week, I just looked at it. I'm like, okay, I've got my couch, my TV cabinet, my TV, and my bed.
A couple of jokes.
And in my head, I was like, that's all I have to move. And it came to it. My car is still full of shit.
Dude, you got stuff in the bathroom, you got stuff in the cupboards, you got stuff in the...
People are consumers,
I underestimate
man.
it.
People are consumers.
Dude, I realise how much shit I collect.
I tell you what, I'm a burger man, right? So
shit.
what I do is, everything has to be set in order. So when I move...
Jocks and socks.
Everything labelled. I've got, when we moved from... Well, we had upstairs, right? So
you said you're Virgo. Is this an attribute of being
I'm very OCD when it comes to that shit.
Okay.
So...
okay.
Well, yeah, in a way.
You're free to your own beliefs.
In a way. But, I'm just...
It's got nothing to do with him being an anal cunt. It's just about being a Virgo.
No, I'm just an anal cunt.
I'm a Virgo with a Sag cat. You know what I mean?
I think I'm just an
came to this
anal cunt.
conclusion. He was watching Dr. Phil drinking a spiced latte.
Dr. Phil?
You're a bitch there.
Dr. Phil?
I've seen a new shade.
Oprah?
Bitch.
Dr. Phil?
Yeah.
But everything, if I know I'm going to move, I'll always do it 3 weeks before. So I'll bring some stuff down. Everything will have set so I can throw it straight into the truck. Yeah,
See, I underestimate.
Do you know what
every
it is?
time.
The truck rolls up. It's like, yeah, mate, where are the boxes? He's still in his jocks. Yeah, he's still in his jocks. He looks down. He's just wearing jocks. Has a pair of socks off the line. He can put this in the truck. It's just a single pair of black socks.
Literally, dude.
A pair of black socks in an empty truck.
My mate came to help me. Right? And I said to him, there's nothing, dude. I've already got it all organised. It's all sweet.
Do you leave your clothes in the cupboards, in the drawers?
Yeah, I did. Me and my mate started halfway through. He's like, "You're fucked. This is ridiculous."
I'm so glad you didn't call me to do this.
I offered my help, and you didn't call me.
I offered help. I would have rocked up, just looked at you and said, "I'll be back in 3 hours. Start picking up your shit."
The amount of shit that I collect and just have. People are consumers, man.
We're fine.
And I'm good with that sort of shit. I had shit coming out my ass. My car is still full of stuff, like just random shit.
You got a fridge in your car.
It's insane.
Look, I had a mate of mine that said to me once, he goes, if something is worth less than $20 on eBay and you haven't used it in over a year, get rid of it.
I totally agree with that.
And I'm a dickhead because I completely believe that and I see that. At the same time, I know that I've hoarded a lot of crap purely because of my mum, like, and her habits. Because, like, my mum was born just after World War II. So they grew up in a semi-depression era where shit was scarce.
So you hold on to stuff.
Kept everything.
Yeah, they keep everything just in case they need it.
My grandfather's garage is full of shit.
Just shit.
Just like, why do you need that? It's like, oh, you just never know. Yeah. Why? He's got nails, man, right? We had an old fence. And we got a new one. He kept all the old rusty nails. Why? Who knows? I go, we all fucked.
It takes $2 and a trip to Bunnings to buy 100 nails.
They keep everything, man.
Yeah.
Everything.
And they weren't in that when they were our age. You know what I mean? They were in a time where, like, he kept every fucking...
Yeah, see, I always give my mum shit about it, but that's obviously why, because scarcity.
Everything,
Dude, do you know what I did the other day? I was looking for, the PS4 standard headset, the one earpiece one.
Yeah, the piece of shit that comes with it, like the cord and the earbud.
It's fucking great.
Yeah.
Dude, the piece of shit.
Yeah, it's great.
I've been using it
compared to my 7.1 surround headset. Yeah,
which you haven't had for, like, the entire time that I've had
you
a
won't
PS4.
get it back.
No, I got it back during my move. But
To this day, I still haven't spoken to him over the PS4 network. Even when we were playing FIFA, we were texting each other, like, comments.
I got it back.
Here comes the bullshit explanation.
But during the move, I looked into I found it, right? And I can't find the dongle, the receiver part that goes into the PlayStation.
Oh, my... okay.
Yeah, it's like a Bluetooth receiver for the wireless.
Good luck replacing that one.
Yeah, you got to get them off eBay. It's like, I don't know,
$100.
probably.
Yeah, probably as much as a headset. Like,
Might as well just go buy a new headset.
Yeah, may as well buy a new one.
I lost that. Like, I
hoard the old
I
one.
had two of them. Yeah,
Spare parts.
I'd lost one, so I bought another one off eBay for $20, and then I found the original. So I'm like, I've got a spare. Then I wrecked one because I was trying to yank it like out of the top of my sleeve or something, and I just ripped the head, like the earpiece off it. I'm like,
That was an aggressive rip, Timmy.
Oh no, it was doing my head in.
It was
like
chafing
I was
my neck, so I just ripped
I was
at
hot. Like I was trying to get my fucking jumper off or something, and I was just in a hurry. I'm like,
and you flipped out and wrapped.
Didn't realise it was there, and it ripped. I'm like, oh well, who cares? $20.
Didn't realise.
I've got the other one, right? Now I've lost the other one. I put it away like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, oh, put it here so I don't lose it. Now I've lost it.
Oh,
right?
I do that all the time.
Standards.
I'll never forget that it's here. Where the fuck did I put it?
Sleep deprived shit. I've also lost my chain that I always used to wear, with those charms and shit on it. I've lost everything, man. I'm tired.
It'll all turn up one day, though.
Yeah, when I'm moving, you know what I mean? I don't need
That's where it is.
That's that
in my
spot.
sock drawer all this time.
So I was rolled up in a pair of socks, in a shoe,
I have so many of those spots around my house where I'm like, I'll never forget it.
So you probably lost stuff in the house you just moved out of.
Yeah, I'll never forget that it's
buried
here.
in the backyard.
But there's 100 of those spots that I'll never forget where it is. But there's hundreds of them, and I do forget where they are.
Yeah,
it's so
exactly.
fucking fucked up.
And so around the house, I was looking for another set of headphones, all right? And I had one pair that was in my gym bag that I used to have at the gym. They're gone. Then I had another pair that I've been using for the PS4, and I know where they are. I'm like, I don't want to lose them because they're my only set, for the fucking PS4. I'm like, all right, I got to look. So I'm looking at all the standard drawers, and I found a set of headphones in my coffee table. I'm like, what the fuck are these? Like, I just looked and they look pretty flimsy, but they look new, like I haven't touched them. Like, when did I get this set? Like, what is this even off? I've got no idea where these came from.
Yeah.
No insignia, no markings on them. I left them out saying, you know what, I'm going to plug them into something soon just to see what the fuck they are. Then I was updating the iPod like 2-3 days ago. I'm like, I'm going to test out those fucking headphones. Like, put them in, and they sound completely muffled, no low end.
Just fucked.
No top end. It's just...
Yeah.
I'm like
airplane earbuds they give you.
even worse. And I'm like, what the hell are these, man? Where did I bag these from? And then I put them back, like, in my TV unit or something.
In a spot you will never forget where they are.
Yeah, and then after a couple of days, I was looking for those the original setting. I'm like, I'm going to find this fucking thing. Like, I don't know where I put them. Then I found those old ones again, like the ones I just picked up. And they're in my weight. And I've picked them up and I've put them aside again. And I'm like, wait a second.
Why am I holding
Am I
on to
ever
this?
going to use these things? These are fucked. Even if they were my last resort, I would not use them. They sound like shit. Bang, in the bin.
Yep, I did, yep.
You know what I mean? And my studio cupboard is full of crap that I need to throw out. Purely because I just haven't had the patience to go through it. But the reality is if I haven't had the patience in 4 years to sort through this shit, chances are I don't need dick from what's in there anyway.
I have a storage tub that I take from house to house.
Oh my God.
Which I've had since I was like probably 18. And it is
Bobby's box of love.
Bobby's box of love, and it's
lube. You know what? You give it a bit of a shove and just hear dying battery.
Do you know what the funniest thing is? The cock ring that I talked about is in that box.
Oh my god! There you go.
But this box, right? I'll never get rid of it, and I can't get rid of it. It's full of like Tamagotchis, yo-yos.
It's a nostalgia box.
NBA basketball cards, cock rings,
I love how they're like there's multitudes of
Pokemon cards,
Okay.
Cock rings.
old magic tricks from when I was young.
Yeah, dude, I've got
Like, it's fucking
I've got
so funny, dude.
Two
I
or
can't
three of
get rid of it.
those. I've got 2 or 3 boxes of that shit in my mum's garage and in my old bedroom. I've probably got more of that shit there as well.
But I carry this box around with me, man. Like, I'm going to take it to the grave with me. Like,
Yeah.
It's like,
Okay.
when you
go
come
say
over,
goodbye to him, throw a cock ring in there, go through.
when you come over one time, I'll pull it out and show you. It's an interesting box.
Cock rings, man.
It's an
I love
interesting
it. They're
box to go through.
the what's it called? The prize of like the whole presentation
Is the ring
in the top. You know what I mean?
It's not really.
cock ring.
Yeah, there's nothing else really sexual in there. The cock ring I just threw in there for whatever reason. But man, it's an interesting box. There's all sorts of
Okay,
shit in
but
there.
dude, okay, look at it this way, yeah.
But it's all pointless. I'm never going to use it again. But I just hang on to it.
They're like the last artifacts of your life. Do you know what I mean? Like, as in the first
It's all watches from when I was young.
First 15 years of your life, that's all you had, man. We clung to this shit. I've got old watches that don't have batteries that I never wore then and I'm never going to wear, but I haven't thrown them out.
Right, it's because that's what you grew up
It's
with.
just all we had. Forget the fact that now we're adults, you know what I mean? We have cars, wives, kids. Like,
Johnny's rolling around with a Rolex.
satin pants. Gators.
It's like a pimp.
That's it. Kim Jong-un with gators and satin pants. Done. It's sorted. But dude, like they're important to us because that's what we had. You know what I mean? Until new shit starts coming in. I'm dreading the day that I actually get forced to go clean out the old lady's garage or something, like all my shit, because it's fucking containers of crap. Do you know what I have? I have all my schoolwork when I did my HR stuff. All the written shit, like all the reports. I couldn't bring myself to throw them out then because I'm like, man, I spent fucking hours doing this shit. What's it worth now?
Now,
I've never looked at
barbecue fuel.
Yeah.
Bonfire fuel.
I drove past Glen, there's a big plume of smoke coming out the backyard.
Black
yeah,
smoke.
Black. The fuck? In a 44-gallon drum.
Kim
Kim Jong-un sitting there just fucking warming his hands.
Dude, I don't think I could ever throw this box away. I don't think I could ever do it.
Okay, so you have one box that's like a crutch.
deal. That's not a
People
big deal.
got, dude, have you seen the hoarders on
Oh,
the
yeah.
shut-ins and on the
Yeah,
hoarders?
the show hoarders, yeah.
Yeah. They're fucked. Do you think you have an issue with one tub? I've got, because I remember I lost it.
But it's just weird in my mind. Like,
Dude, I lost it at my mum once years ago because she's like, how much shit do you have in that room? And in the it's full. I go, hang on, ma. I have one walk-in cupboard. I go, 25 odd years of life. I've got one walk-in cupboard worth of shit. I go, I'm a human being. I accumulate stuff. I go, how many cupboards do you have full of shit?
Yeah.
Okay, let's say you're twice my age. Come on, man. Cut me some slack. And she went quiet.
Throw me a bone, man.
Yeah. Cut me some slack, man. I go, I haven't got a house full of shit. I can't even. And then you look at the hoarders and you wonder how the fuck do they get to that point?
How do they get to their front door? You can't.
Dude,
You can't walk anywhere.
they're sleeping on piles of garbage.
I think at that point it's like a full mental disorder. Like, there's something.
Yeah, there is something wrong. But it's also because no one actually said to him, dickhead, like, what are you doing? They just let it accumulate. That's fucked. Those people are fucked. Those shut-ins, man, those hoarders.
You know.
Do you know what I mean? You're going to find them under a pile of rubbish, their cat, like, chewing off
But
it.
you hear about that.
Yeah, it falls on top of them and they die.
Yeah, and they die
Their
and
stuff.
stuff.
They die
a
in
few
their
months
stuff.
ago. They found, and he'd been there for months.
There's a skeleton, like, there, you know?
And the neighbour's like, well, I haven't seen him in a little while. Maybe I should go check up on him. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah.
His magazine, like Playboy
They
magazine.
fell on top of him and then killed him.
Yeah.
The stuff he was
They've got old newspapers bundled up and just pushed aside to the back of the
Back
house.
from 1945.
Yeah.
You know, like just,
Why the fuck are you holding on to all this shit, man? And so if that's all they've got, then that's all they've got.
they keep it. Yeah.
That's fucked. It's fucked, man. Like, I don't know.
On the next episode of Hoarders,
Dun, dun.
we have Bobby Love.
Yeah. Dude, like that, and then you look at the other end of the spectrum where you got idiots buying like a bottle of water, taking a sip, and then just lobbing it out of their car. Do you know what I mean?
A $4 bottle of water. It's like, just throw it out.
Throw it out of the
Big
fucking
deal.
car. Like, yeah, cool, no worries.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's why it's infuriating. Like, that's the thing. I don't hoard, but at the same time, like,
But you don't waste.
But I don't fucking waste either. Like on Friday, last Good Friday, right? I was at a mate's cleaning out her garage because she's her mum's moving house, so she's basically just throwing out all the old shit, right? So I was in the old workshop. Like,
Is that where you
little
found
work
the
shit.
golden rod or whatever?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
golden rod.
How good is that?
Hey, that was freaky. All right, we mentioned it the day before.
Yeah, we were talking about the golden rod on the podcast. Nick actually said it.
Yeah,
and
'cause
then,
you said the golden tongue and I said the golden rod.
and then Dim found a book cleaning out this said garage
called the golden
called
rod.
the golden rod.
Yeah,
That is
24 hours
awesome.
later.
Wow.
That's pretty cool.
That's
Yeah,
bizarre.
That's fucking cool, man.
Yeah, that's cool.
But like, I was cleaning out the garage and there was heaps of shit, like there were a couple power tools, like, like cordless drills and shit like that. Oh, cool, you can sell this, so I moved them aside. But then there was like all these tins of like glues, paint thinners. You laughing at?
Yeah, I know the standard. Yeah,
Glues, paint thinners, like all that sort of shit, terps. I'm like, you can't sell this.
An
This
old
is-
bottle of terps, like
yeah,
half empty,
this is
yeah.
crap.
You
And then
may as
like
well
there's
know.
also like all these other little stuff, like old little funnels, drill bits, just random used shit. And like one of the boys that was there as well was like, "Oh, can you sell any of this? Is this garbage or is it thing?" I go, "Dude, all this stuff. If you took it all brand new as a batch." And you went to like your local Asian hardware store or something, you'd pay maybe $20 for all of it.
all of it brand new.
Yeah, who's going to buy this shit? I go, would you buy this shit? And he's like, yeah, you got a point. I go, in the bin, man. I go, it's going to
Get rid of it.
Get rid of it.
Clutter. I go, it's out of sight. No one's going to miss it. You know?
And if you have a clearer space, you have a clearer mind.
Yeah.
That's so true.
I go, you're going to miss a $300 power drill because it's sitting there, it's shiny and brand new, and someone could buy it for $50, and then you have a 50 in your hand. It's like, yeah, cool. You're not going to miss like an old fucking drill bit or a screwdriver worth about 3 cents.
An old broken tool bit, yeah.
Yeah, but then these cunts just fucking hoard everything, man. Like, I gotta have everything.
I might need it.
Yeah.
Well, I actually have that tub I talked about, the tub of mysteries. And the other thing I can't throw away is my retro game collection, which I realised is fucking huge. Like in the move, like I got it all together, and I have like this 4-tier shelf setup thing, and it's all full of retro games.
Do you play those retro games?
No.
Why?
Sell it.
I pull it out like the SNES out every now and then, or the N64, and have a game, but it's all like
Why don't you sell it?
can't bring myself to do it, man. Like I just can't.
You know what,
imagine.
man? My
Like Game Boy games, Game Boys, Game Boy Mini. Like
my
all the Game Boy
my ex-neighbor took my Mega Drive with him when he moved out, so I haven't seen my Mega Drive in nearly 2 years, and like I'm pissed off because I want that fucking Mega Drive. If I could set it up here, I would. I'd set it up tomorrow, but I don't have it. I'm tempted to message him and say, "Hey, man."
Kogan TV.
Yeah, exactly. I'm
55
tempted to message him and say, "Dickhead, where's my Mega Drive? I want my Mega Drive
Yeah.
back."
Well, that's different, man.
But I got a stack of games in my house now that I can't physically fucking play. But if we had it here, I guarantee you every week,
Play.
while everything's converting on the way out, I'd play for an hour.
Yeah.
Or if I had an extra room in my house with a setup and a TV, I'd play.
See, I've got like 3 N64s and 2 SNESes, so I don't need them.
I
but
want to, dude. I've got Killer Instinct, but I don't have a SNES.
yeah, I've been planning on giving you the SNES actually. As
I
a,
like that, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, where is it?
I've been planning.
Yeah, planning. Just a thought. Then he just goes back to
He's going to make you drive to the gully
Yeah.
to
He's
get
got his emery board on his toenails. You know what I mean?
He'd really love it, but fuck him. No, I'll give it to you. But dude, I can't bring myself to get rid of it. It's fucking weird.
Dude, sell them.
No.
sell a little bit at a time.
I could probably make like $1,000.
That's what I'm saying. Sell a little bit
You know
at
what?
a time.
If you make $1,000, you can put that money aside. Do it something for your little girl or something. Like put it aside and say, you know what? That's going to set up her whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. Her first proper bike. You know what I mean? Her first car.
Well, yeah, because you're living at the gully, get her a swing set. Get her something so she can pass her time.
Do you know what you would? You know what you should do? How much would your first car cost, man? $5,000, if that.
Yes.
Yeah, mine was about $4,000, I think.
Yeah, my first car was an EA, man. It was worth $1,000. You know what I mean? 500 for the rego, 500 for the car, like nothing. When your little girl, it's in 15 odd years, when your little girl needs a car, she's going to need at least 5 to 10K, right, for a first car. I'm guessing with inflation.
Probably going to be an electric car, so she probably need a bit more than that.
Yeah, but in 15 years, like I'm saying, hypothetically,
Yeah,
right?
and an $80,000 Prius. How about a 2001 Holden?
In 2000 and what? We're in 17, so 15 years, like 2030, 30 something, 33. Jesus Christ, we're old. Yeah, that's fucked, man.
Can we?
Yeah. I'm just saying, you're going to need like a substantial amount of money to
Yes.
buy a car.
Yes.
Sell all your crap, lock it away in a fucking, an interest gaining bank account.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
So it accumulates interest, and that money there will be literally the money. Don't tell your little girl about it. It just sits there. So on her 18th birthday, say, here,
Go buy a car.
this is the car money. And you know it came from all your fucking old shit when you were a kid.
Or go buy your jet speed hovercraft. Depending on what we have out there.
Or buy something else that's completely useless. Like an X-ray camera or some shit.
Camera.
600 kilos of Smarties.
It was worth it.
Man.
Dude,
Smarties, man. Do they even sell Smarties anymore?
Yeah, they do. I think they made them smaller. Or less in the packet or something.
Smarties are good, underrated.
Smarties are great, man.
Smarties are good, but they hurt your teeth.
I always suck the coating off until it goes white.
White? Yeah, you're all about the white, aren't you?
Yeah.
They're hard, man.
White
They're
Australia.
fucking hard. Like,
Nicholas.
I prefer M&M's. M&M's, man.
Smarties were original, though. Like, that's what...
No, Smarties were for punces,
Then the
man.
problem is you break the white, then you got brown. It's not as good.
M&M's, dude. M&M's are always superior. I don't give a fuck. Peanut M&M's are like sex.
Peanut.
Yeah, and crisp. I love the crisp.
Are you a peanut M&M man?
Oh, man, I could smash it.
I want to go now, supermarket.
Yeah,
Fuck
you know
you,
what?
man.
Fuck you. It's the rubbish that we end up getting, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go buy some fucking
Wind it
thing.
up.
Fuck it, call it.
Wait, what do we got?
We're at 2 hours and 53 minutes.
Done. Took leverage out.